Hello, everybody. Good morning. How's it going, everyone? Different view, I know. Moved my desk around a little bit. Yeah, we're home. We're doing some home Doog action because Sam and I are going to be hopping on the plane, so... Can you guys hear me okay? I never know with the Yeti. The Yeti is always so unpredictable. It just kind of does whatever the fuck it wants. So it's just like, I hope I'm not too loud or not loud enough or whatever other options there are. Thanks for hosting Derp Time. I know, she's so sweet. Where are the kitties? I'm walking around. Oh, Canadian Ham, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a member of the Cat Gang. Thank you, thank you. Sound is good. Great. Old Main Games. Thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a member of the Cat Gang. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you're having a lovely day. Use the emotes for evil, not good. Are you headed on the plane? Sam and I are going to England. We're going to be there for a week to visit family, so I'm excited. I haven't seen them in forever, actually. So it's louder than normal, which is good. Yeah, I don't know what the issue is at the office. I dream of a world. Well, no, here's what I dream of. I dream of having a person that whenever audio is going wrong, I can just be like, yo, the audio is going wrong. Cagdante, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new burrito. Aw, Mo Ringer, worth every penny / minute. Thank you for the 4 months. Drac Attack, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a member of the Cat Gang. Impotent Wolf Dog, 1 full year with you nerds. I love all of you. Thank you so much. And R-Man is also 1 year old. Oh my goodness. That's so exciting. How long are you staying? A week? Hi, Miori. I'm so sorry I didn't respond to your questions in our chat. I'll respond to them after the show. But oops, I left my tea bag in way too long. Yeah, we're going to be there until next Sunday. So Chickflix87, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a member of the Cat Gang. So yeah, there's baby Watson. Hey girl. Yeah, you want to say hi to everybody? I mean, you kind of are already. What's up? Yeah. Watson is a very vocal kitty. I don't know if you guys know that. Just a very, very vocal kitty. Come here. Hey, buddy. Yeah. Tortality! Tortality just subscribed. Became a member of the Cat Gang. Is that exciting? Yeah. Sam Northy, thank you so much for the resub. Can't see cat sub notification. I know. It's ruining everything. Hold on. I'll move it up there. Yeah, there she is. Teabags don't leave the kitchen. What has Sam been teaching you? Well, when you pour the water in your cup right as you need to leave the room to do a show, sometimes you're like, well, this had no time to steep, so I'm just gonna take a little cuppy with me. Constant Variant, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a member of the Cat Gang. Come here. Come here. Yeah, everybody wants to see you. Everybody wants to see you being all cute. They never get to see you because I don't stream from home anymore, really. Any plans for VR streams in the future? Yeah, definitely. Mackenzie, thank you for the resub. Watson's so big. I know. She's gotten so big, huh? Remember when we found you in the bushes? Yeah. You were so small. What software are you using to stream? XSplit. I always use XSplit. I use OBS when for some reason XSplit can't find a thing. Vaudeville Mario, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a member of the Cat Gang. Whoa! Zephyrus won! Holy shit! I'm not going to be around for a while. Use this to get a wedding present for yourself and Sam. Zephyrus, thank you so much! 25,000 bits? Holy shit! Watson is so shocked she's running away. Thank you so much. Oh my god, and It's a Dead Pig, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a member of the Cat Gang. I promise that'll go directly into our wedding fund. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. Watson's like, peace out. I know. Must have been awful sitting there with the smell of milk all over you. I mean, it was fine. Because it's not like I had to drink it, you know? I came into this community a week before Watson was found. Really, Besso? Oh. So you've been here for her whole life, huh? Yeah. She doesn't even remember. She doesn't even remember what life was like in the bushes. I watched Jerp's whole 24-hour stream. I'm so tired. Oh my gosh, that's commitment. We got a lot of subs. I know. Everybody's so supportive. They're the best. Thank you, guys. Whether you just hang out and chat and talk and hang out with people, or if you're a sub, it's all fantastic. Bob Swiftfoot, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a member of the Cat Gang. What is this gif? It's from a Good Mythical Morning sketch that I was in when they first started that show. The idea of it was that we were playing a very convoluted board game. And the board game, like, slowly got worse and worse and worse. Float Deep, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a member of the Cat Gang. It was a long time ago. Aw, free! I got a 100-bit ad today. How couldn't I give it to her? Aw. Oh my god, Little Miss Sunshine, the memories. This is one of the mugs. I have a couple of mugs that have come directly from, like, my old family home. And this is one of them. It's one of the ones where I'm like, I can literally never give this away. Right? Like, I can never give this away. I have this one. I have the one from my grandpa's old workshop that says coffee time on it. And my parents were like, holy shit. It says coffee time on it. Oh my god. Right? Like, it blew everybody's minds. Darth Baxter, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a member of the Cat Gang. You recommended Keijo and I watched it. I've now been assaulted by anime butts and boobs. Thank you. You are so welcome. Yeah, I texted JP. I was like, JP, you have to watch Keijo. Just watch the first episode. If you don't want to watch anymore, that's fine. But I need you to watch at least the first episode. So... Chris Wager, thank you so much for the resub. I'm sorry for any resubs I've missed. I got here the week you got Sherlock, so you realized he would be a sick-prone nerd kitty. Aw. Yeah, he is a sick-prone nerd kitty, huh? We love the white kitty more? No! Why would you say that? They're both lovely. They're both lovely. They are, like, opposite cats. But... I'm very blessed in that I have two cats that really like people. They don't hide all the time, which is great. One of them is very vocal when she's not eating, and one of them is very vocal when he is eating. They just, they balance each other. It's perfect. One of them is huge, one of them is tiny. All cats are best cats. Free gets it. Ashvolt, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a member of the Cat Gang. Thank you so, so much. Sherlock's offended. I know. Is your fam in the way of the big storm? I've been hearing that there are supposed to be a bunch of storms in the Northwest. My mom hasn't said anything about it. But, I don't know. A lot of that stuff, whenever there's, like, big storm warnings or things like that, they wind up not getting hit. So, fingers crossed. They're in the valley. Watson loves Sam. She does. She does really love Sam. Drifters is very disappointing. The animation sucks. The plot and story is all kinds of messy. I have heard very conflicting things about Drifters. I haven't started it yet. What the fuck, Dodger? How'd you get so lucky with kitties? Do they still play fetch? Sherlock has gotten to the point now where he's realized he doesn't have to bring the ball back. So I'll throw it, and he's so excited to chase it. And the second he catches up to it, he's like, I'm done. I'm like, no, bring it back. No, bring it back to me. And then I could throw it again. And he's like, but I'm all the way over here, though. Like, you're the worst. You seem sleepy. I've actually been up for a while because whenever we go out of town, I kind of compulsively clean at least all of the places that I know our cat sitter is going to be. Because the idea of somebody coming to my house to like take care of my cats and having to exist in a dirty space like really upsets me. So I always, the day that we leave, if we're leaving early in the morning, I'll do it the night before. But the day that we leave, I always take some time in the morning and, just before we leave and make sure that I clean, like, the kitchen, the living room, and the downstairs bathroom. So. I already have it. Why would I want to give it back? Yeah. I think he's learning. I think he's, like, too smart now. How's it going, Dodger? I'm doing great. Yeah, getting ready to hop on a plane. I never have a lot of trouble with these long flights, but Sam does because, he's so tall. His legs are so long that sitting on a plane for that long with, like, kind of constricted space is really upsetting to him. Like, he hates it. But, that's kind of... Unfortunately, he fell in love with a girl who is so many hours of flights away. Plus, coming home to a clean house is nice. That is also true. I also really like to, even if I don't, like, clean the bedroom, I like to change the sheets on the bed. And that way when I come home and I get in bed, I'm like, they're fresh sheets! As a tall person, I feel those tall people problems. Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons why Sam and JP get along so well, is because they have these moments where they're like, being tall, am I right? And the other person goes, totally. Amen to that. 6'4" problems are real. Yeah. He's 6'4" or I've always just kind of accepted when he's said that he's 6'4", but he admitted to me recently he's not sure if he's 6'4" or 6'5". He hasn't measured himself in a long time. Why did it announce me as a non? Sometimes it does that. Twitch alerts, or Streamlabs, I'm sorry, sometimes does this thing where the alert pops up but it says anonymous, and it's very strange. Being short is where it's at. Well, I mean, for the most part, I really enjoy being short. When I'm doing things like this morning, where I'm going through a bunch of mugs and I'm cleaning the kitchen, and there's things that need to go on really high shelves, those are the moments when I'm like, man, if only I was tall. That would be so great. Can we get a picture with Adam standing between JP and Sam? Adam is so tiny, and I love it. I love every time Adam and I hang out, because I'm like, short people. I recently grew an inch even though I'm late 20s. Elder Access, we always joke because every like 3 or 4 years I've been growing about an inch. When I got out of high school, I was 4'9". By the time I graduated college, I was 4'11". And recently when we measured me, I was like a little over 5 foot. So we just have no idea. I love high heels. It's probably because I'm short. I like heels a lot too, but I also love comfort. So when I get an opportunity to dress up, I'm like, yes, it's fucking heel time, right? But for the most part in my life, it's ripped up jeans, t-shirt, and sneakers time. That's my true form. Well, no, even that isn't really my true form, because my true form is living in a place where it rains all the time and I get to wear giant scarves and big sweaters. But guess what? That's not where I live. And it's so depressing. You look larger than life because you're a stream celebrity. La 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 la. When we were at TwitchCon, oh my gosh, some of you might be in chat right now and be like, I did that. if we met at TwitchCon. But when we were at TwitchCon, every person that I met, not at the meet and greet because I was like sitting at a thing. Weeaboo in training, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a member of the Cat Gang. Thank you so much. Every person who met me just out on the floor was like, you are so short. You are so much shorter than I thought you were going to be. Fatty Rant, thank you so much for subscribing. So, Sam at one point was like, you need a shirt. You need a shirt that says, yeah, I know I'm short. Like, you need that. Or even just, yes, I know. So that when people say it, you can just slowly point at the shirt. Good thing. Yep, I was one of those folks. It's not like it bothers me. It doesn't bother me. It just gets hilarious after a while. If I'm walking around and I've met, like 5 or 6 people in a row and they all say it, it gets to like this point of surrealism where it's like, am I in a loop? Am I stuck in a loop? I need that. Such a useful shirt. Maybe that'll be our next shirt that we sell. I feel like it's a little too focus groupy, right? Like, yes, I know I'm short is going towards a very specific group of people. Although, you could always buy it ironically. You could be a really tall person who buys it. Take this life. Subscribes. Thank you so much for becoming a member of the Cat Gang. Every time I see you, I'm going to mention your height. No, don't. Do people behave differently towards you? No. I think it's probably the same everywhere, right? Probably different men versus women. Just because of the way society works, right? Like the jokes that you wind up getting if you're a tiny girl versus a tiny boy, probably very different. But I would assume that the sort of jokes that happen are kind of Mr. Worldwide, right? Like they translate well across different cultures. The sub-message still says burrito. I know, I haven't changed that yet. Mizona, thank you so much for the resub. Boop, thanks for all the great streams. You are so welcome. I'm glad that you think they're great. The you're the right size jokes. The jokes where you're standing next to somebody and they're like, I don't know what everybody's talking about. You're the perfect size. And then they put their goddamn arm on your head. Fucking... Don't you dare present your armpit to me because I'm going in there and you will die. Being a tiny man is a blessing and a curse. I love short dudes. I think short dudes are awesome. Because I don't know, I feel like I rarely meet guys that are like noticeably short to the point where like I can have proper eye contact with them. Does that make sense? That's me. I unmuted at a strange time. The lean on head joke. I did that to my best friend all the time. Sam knows not to do that shit. How did he die? An armpit attack. What's the height of your family members? If you've seen my dad in a video or in a picture, one of the jokes, there are a few jokes, but one of the jokes is that he looks kind of like Bilbo Baggins. He also, over the he was 5'7" or 8, I want to say. But he's had like really bad back problems his whole life. So as he's gotten older, his back has compacted more and more and more. And now he's like around my height. So my dad and I are get to be like tiny shorties together. My mom is 5'3", 3, I think. And then my brother and my sister are both around 6 foot. So Sam looks hilarious with my family the same way that I look hilarious with Sam's family. Did you feel at home in the Hobbit pub? Why is everyone so obsessed with height? I don't know. I think that it's one of those, what does it feel like to be you sort of things. How the fuck do you shrink 7 inches? Well, the way that backs are set up, the way that your spine is set up, right, is like you have all of these vertebrates going all the way down. I'm gonna use a lot of words that are probably being used wrong, but all of the like little bone pieces that make up your spine, and then there's a lot of squishy stuff in between all of the bone pieces that make up your spine. And if you either have like a condition where that warps, or if you do the sort of work where slowly all of the squishy stuff just kind of disappears, you lose a lot of height. So my dad, specifically his lumbar is like really, really bad, but his back has just been slowly compacting more and more and more over time. His back is like a little bit warped now. It's okay, I'm not going to say anything, thanks. Squishy stuff is scientifically accurate. The cartilage, right? It's cartilage? Something like that. Disappears. It disappears. You know what? I'm just going to stick with that. But yeah, my dad, like that's why all older people wind up being shorter than they were when they were at their prime, right? Yeah. So my dad's back has been kind of slowly just falling apart as he's gotten older. It sounds painful. It is, unfortunately. Dodger's my favorite educational streamer. My dad, when I was a kid, I'm glad that I was young enough that I didn't realize how scary this was. But when I was really young, my dad fell off a roof and like really messed up. That was one of the things that started messing up his back, but also like really messed up his knee. It was one of those situations where it was like, thank God you fell the way you did, because you definitely could have died, right? But as a kid, I was just like, aw, daddy did something weird and now his knee hurts, right? Like that's how I took in that information. And now as an adult, I'm looking back and being like, whoa, that was one of the things that really like fucked you up. I didn't realize that as a kid. Dishonoru, thank you so much for the resub. Was he a parkour guy? No, but he did a lot of, we bought, when I was -5 years old, my family bought a farm in the middle of nowhere, and it needed a lot of work. It's beautiful now. If you've seen any of the vlogs that I've done while I've been home, like my family worked really, really hard to sort of create this oasis in the middle of the woods for themselves. But at the time, like it needed so much work, and my dad wound up doing a lot of construction work and carpentry and like electrical and just all kinds of stuff. And so he was still doing that when I was young. Yes, the ripe old age of -5. Mm-hmm. I remember the farm coffees. Yeah. It's fun to every now and then still do a little video there and be like, hey, this is my house. This is where I grew up, you know? What's going to happen to the farm in the future? My parents are, I think, of the mindset that like if they were going to not have it be theirs anymore, it should belong to one of us. I think sometimes when families have put a lot of work and love into a place and they feel that it's very, very special, which we all feel that farm is really special. I think there's this feeling of like, I want this to belong to my children, or I want this to belong to somebody in the family who's going to really continue to take care of it and continue to love it the way that we did. So my parents still own it. They've completely paid it off. They worked really, really hard to pay it off and turn it into something awesome. So even though they're not able to keep up with the workload as much anymore, they hire like my cousin and my aunt and people to come out and help with it. And it's like full on like a family farm. So I think that they would love to give it or sell it to a family member at some point. All those hours playing Stardew Valley should help you. Mm-hmm. Watching your dad, visually shrink is really hard to watch. It is. It's weird. Sheepbird, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a member of the Cat Gang. It is. It's strange. There's a picture that the last couple of years I've intended to do this, and I really, really need to. My mom still has a picture. It's like this big. It's huge. Taken by one of their old friends of my dad when he was in his early 20s, I want to say, in a field with like trees and the blossoms were blooming, and it's like a beautiful picture. And I keep meaning to, if any of you know a place, I keep meaning to find a place in Oregon that does like photo restoration. Because this picture is like all messed up, right? It's for some reason glued to like a weird foam board. Like there's a lot of things that are really weird about this photo. But I would love to just find somebody where I could bring this like weird thing in and be like, can you please? I need help. I need help. This photo's amazing, and it should like exist in a form that isn't this. Oregonian here can confirm our state is awesome. Oregon is pretty great. But yeah, it's like sometimes you get reminders of, oh shit, that's what my dad looked like when I was young. And then you look at him now and you're like, oh, people get old. You know? But he's adorable. Mithrander138, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a member of the Cat Gang. Anyways, I feel like this could lead into like a weird sad place. So your desk orientation is not how it used to be. No, before my desk, if you like picked up my desk here and rotated it this way, that's where it was, and it meant that Sam and I were very close. I got to hang out literally right next to each other. It also meant that navigating this room was a goddamn nightmare. Right? So there was one day where, if you guys remember, any of you who have like really good memories and follow me on Twitter, if you remember, there was a day where I was tweeting about how Sam and I were like, we're going to take a day off. And then I wound up just like rearranging shit. It was when I did this. Because we were like hanging out in this room and I was feeling so claustrophobic. And I was like, I need to move stuff around because I can't breathe. I can't move. Like I hate the way that this room is laid out right now. So yeah, I went and I picked it and now here we are. Miss Nefertiri, thank you so much for the resub. And Springfart, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a member of the Cat Gang. Can we get a picture of Sam in a pair of overalls doing something on the farm? I will try to make that happen over Thanksgiving. No promises, but I will do my best. What's going on with Dark Soulmates? Oh, Sam and I were just talking in the car on the way home because the DLC is coming out while we're in England, and he's just like, fuck, right? So we were talking about Dark Soulmates and how we still like would love to do that because I still haven't played any of Dark Souls 3. And he was like, maybe when we come back, we can start doing like every Thursday again. Because for a while there, Thursdays were like when Sam and I would play a game together. And that sort of dropped off as we were doing projects with other people or like just whatever. So we were talking about maybe doing Duke and Sam Thursdays again and turning that into Dark Soulmates Day until we beat it and then get into the DLC. And that way, I'll be experiencing Dark Souls 3 for the first time, and he'll be doing the DLC for the first time, so it could be really fun. How long will you be in England? Just a week. Just a week. I'm really excited, though. Because it feels like it's been forever since I've seen them. I'm going to get to see the wedding venue because I haven't seen it yet. Sam saw it and took a bunch of pictures for me and showed me a little. We FaceTimed and he showed me like the area and stuff, but it'll be really, really cool to go there myself. His sister and mom really want us to go and like taste cakes and things like that. And I'm like, sure. Anything that we can just knock out and get done, I'm in. Jeff Pelly, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a member of the Cat Gang. This is Saturday morning. It is 11 a.m. for me now. So yeah, it's still morning. Are you guys Kappa checking right now? Will you stream during your week in England? Their internet there is pretty terrible. And what I've learned, because I was like, oh, well, we can pay for them to upgrade their internet. Right? Easy. And that way every time we visit, we're able to stream from the house. It turns out in England, internet companies just do whatever the fuck they want. They're like, we actually can't come out for like a month and a half. It's gonna take a while for us to upgrade your internet. And I was like, that sounds like garbage. What is that? What? And they were like, that's just how it goes. I don't know what to tell you. I was like, what? What? Yeah, our Wi-Fi is the worst in EU. Ugh. Ugh. Unlike in the US, I've never had that problem. If somebody's needed to come out, it's been within like a week. I'm like, why are you cock blocking me from giving you money? Like, I don't understand. Why are you... I want to upgrade my internet and give you extra money. Why are you making this so fucking difficult for me? Sounds like BT or Sky. As somebody who works in the IT department, it's a BT problem. Man. They all suck. They all suck. The end. Yeah, but you guys have Time Warner Cable and that's just as bad. Is it? Is it just as bad? Try and switch companies. I mean, I'm not there. I'm like requesting that his parents upgrade their internet, right? Like, and then we'll help them pay for it. So I'm not trying to give them like extra shit to do. Ultra Space Penguin, thank you so much for the resub. Anyways, so no, we won't be able to stream from there. I should still be on the shows. I should be able to still have like Skype calls. So I should still be on MangaPod and Co-optional. Thoughts about Yuri on Ice? You know, I really love Yuri on Ice. just to like answer that question straight up. I had a bunch of people say that they didn't like it because it was very fan servicey. And so I sort of girded my loins for that, I guess. I was like, okay, it's going to be super fan servicey. I'm ready. And I went into it and I was like, this isn't even as fan servicey as Free was. Like, this is like, well, there's like one moment where you're like, there's the yaoi bait. I saw it. But other than that, I don't think that it's been super fan servicey. Just like really pretty and about boys who want to ice skate. There's one character who's extremely flamboyant. I don't know. I think it's really cute so far. You girded your loins. That sounds exciting. It's a phrase. That's a phrase people use. No new content on the YouTubes for another week? No, there will be. There's something going up today. There's something going up tomorrow. We have Backstage Pass going up. And then Octo is going to host news for us. So... Are you watching Udon no Kuni? No, I don't actually know what that is. Lieutenant Dan again! In all caps. Thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a member of the Cat Gang. How many per bucks for a mug? Okay, so there are no mugs up right now. There are going to be 2 more sets of 5 mugs. And then there won't be any mugs up for a while after that. Because over time, I've been slowly, like, giving my mugs away. When I worked at Maker, I was taking in boxes of mugs. And when I went through them yesterday and today, I don't know if I'm trying to remember if we've had an earthquake. Because some of them, because I had them all stacked, right? There were a bunch of them that were, like, kind of fucked up. With like big cracks in them and stuff like that. So that's kind of sad. Like liquid pours out of them now. It's like, oh, dang it. So there wound up being like a limited number of them that were actual usable mugs. But we have like, I was able to set aside like 30. 20 of them have been put up on Revlo so far. So the next 2 sections will be of just 5. It'll be like a group of 5 that goes up after we get back from England, and then another group of 5 that goes up. But holy shit. There's some that are in the dishwasher, and there are some that are at the office, and then there are some that I use to like hold pens and pencils and things. But other than those, I had all of the mugs just like up in the normal cupboard, and I was like, there's space. Holy God, there's space. So what you're saying is we really need to start sending more mugs in so that I can give them away. If you want to send me a mug with a note that says, this is for another burrito, go for it. Like, that's fine. And I'll pull it out and be like, here's a mug that's going up on Revlo. And then I'll set it aside. That's totally fine. If y'all want to like Santa each other. Your ring is gorgeous. Thank you. Sam and I made it together. Why are you giving them away? Because I have a problem. Because I have a horrible problem. That would actually be so cute during Christmas. That would be so cute during Christmas. Look, if during Christmas y'all want to like send me mugs and be like, this is for somebody else. This is for other Pareets. That would be adorable. The Grumpy Wolf. Thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a member of the Cat Gang. And Lord Goody. Thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a member of the Cat Gang. Does that mean you're giving Bulmas away next? Never. I keep giving my Bulmas away. There's a new Bulma on sale. That's all. There's a new Bulma on sale. Period. How do you get $1? I really want your office chair. I hope that those are separate thoughts because my office chair isn't up for sale on Revlo. You get $1 by if you type $! in there, there's an about that you should all read because it talks about, like, you know, if you're going to be giving us personal information and stuff like that. And then yeah, you can just, like, link up your Twitch to Revlo, and then Revlo will start tracking $1 for you. What? What's up? What's up? What, sweet girl? What, sweet girl? Huh? Huh? Yeah. What's going on? What? You wanna hang out? Come here. Come here. Come here. Yeah, come here. Yeah, there she is. There she is. Squeaky Watson. I know, she's so cute. Come here. You're so precious. Oh, you're a precious girl. Yeah, you're a precious girl. Oof. She loves when I hold her like this for some reason. Hear those little purrs. Go make biscuits. Go for it. Go for it, cutie. What a huge cat. Watson's not huge. Watson's, like, very average sized. I hear Sherlock, too. Sherlock. Anonymous, but it's actually Night Extrator. Thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a member of the cat gang. Sherlock, where you at? There you are. Hi, buddy. I didn't see you. And Terminus Null, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you both. The support. I hope you're all having a lovely day. Use the emotes for evil, not good. Are you laying down? Oh my god, what is this, Christmas? Sherlock's the black one? Yes. My big black cat is Sherlock. My tiny white cat is Watson. Kitties, internet, don't die on me now. Why did it change to cat gang? Okay, so I'm swapping it because I feel that everybody is a burrito. It's Mozzie. Thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a member of the cat gang. I think you're all burritos. I don't think that just because you've subscribed that makes you a burrito. I think that everybody in the community is a burrito, whether you can subscribe or not. If you're just hanging out in chat, if you're part of the community at all, you're a burrito, right? So yeah. How many $1 for a kitty? Sherlock, where you going? Saying hi to everybody? Huh? Oh, sweet boy. Sweet boy. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. The cat gang has membership dues. So they're the subscribers. Sherlock looks pissed. It's just because of his face. He just has one of those, like, grumpy man cat faces. But he's a sweetie patoot. Can we send you a kitty? Please don't. That always blows my mind. Were we talking about this? I feel like we were talking about this. It always blows my mind when I'm watching a movie or a TV show or something, and they're like, I got you a gift. It's a pet. And I'm like, you got me responsibility? Like, it always blows my mind, because I'm like, isn't that something that a person should, like, if it's a parent getting it for their little kid, sure. Lopar Panda, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a member of the Cat Gang. If it's a parent getting it for a kid, sure. But in a situation where it's like a girlfriend got it for her boyfriend, right? And they don't live together. I'm like, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Would you consider doing another run of Cat Gang merch? Yes. Yes. Definitely, because I've had so many messages from people being like, I really want the Cat Gang merch, but it already happened, and you should have Sherlock and Watson stuff made for Revlo. I've been thinking about that. Yeah, don't worry, because I know a lot of you are bummed thinking, what if I can't get a mug? I have big ideas, lots of other stuff. Dooger the Sugar, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a member of the Cat Gang. It's been honestly so fun. I wish that Revlo had more crossover with YouTube, because I feel like people who only watch me on YouTube aren't getting to take advantage of all of this cool, like, Revlo reward stuff. But I have no idea how it would possibly work with YouTube. Extra Crispy, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a member of the Cat Gang. It's been so fun thinking to myself, what's another like cool thing I can put up on Revlo for everybody? Because, like, you guys are so supportive of me, and I think it's awesome when, specifically, it's awesome if it's a trapezoid. Thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a member of the Cat Gang. Thank you. I love when it's a crossover of, like, something you guys would think is really cool, something that will promote an artist that I think is really cool, and then is free for you. Jacksonkins, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a member of the Cat Gang. And Alehud, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you both so much for the support. I hope all of you are having a lovely day. Use the emotes for evil, not good. Bozaic, thank you for the resub. YouTube's API is limiting for doing a Revlo-like thing. Revlo's planning their own API so bot devs like myself can do extra cool things. Interesting. That's good to know. Yeah, I know that, like, when I first got into Revlo, I had a call with them, and it was right when they were launching their whole, like, if you subscribe to me on YouTube, then you get extra per bucks each week. That whole thing. And that was cool. Like just creating a situation where it's like, if you're supporting me on all of these other platforms, you get extra per bucks. So, like, there is a little bit, but what is Revlo? So Revlo is basically, I keep trying to figure out the easiest way to explain this. It's a bot that sits in my chat, and it monitors who's in here. And if you have your Twitch linked with Revlo, then you slowly accrue a currency the longer that you're in chat when either I'm streaming or I'm hosting somebody. You can use that currency then to redeem rewards that I have available. They are anything from, like, changing the sub gif, which is why the sub gif has been so weird the last, like, few times. Changing the sub gif, or putting a little message on the break screen, or going up a few tiers, like redeeming a Polaroid that I'll send you in the mail, or getting one of my old mugs, which is what spawned this whole conversation in the first place. So it's like a rewards program for hanging out, supporting me, being there for my streams, being there to watch the people that I host and try to support myself. So yeah. The current sub GIF is fantastic. You guys have been finding some quality ones. There was one, unfortunately, because everything was so borked today, I couldn't swap it out. But there's another one that's going to be going up next time I stream. You should make a hoodie that looks like a biker jacket. I don't know if I could do that through Teespring. That would be amazing to do through like an actual company that makes jackets. Holy shit. That would be like next level shit. I was so bummed when all the Polaroids were taken. Well, that's one that we like re-up pretty often. There's going to be special Halloween ones that are going up, so that'll be fun. Is there a mirror on the opposite wall? Yeah. Beep. See my hand? If you didn't become a YouTuber and you had to do a normal job, what would it have been? People ask me this question all the time. I went to school for props and costumes. So I would have probably gotten a job at a coffee place and then tried to get an internship or a fellowship somewhere. There was a program at a university in Ohio that I thought was awesome where they literally only focused on metalworking and like learning how to make armor and weapons. And I really wanted to do that. Yeah. Holly and I often talk about, you know, the day when we retire from the internet and then we'll set up rival coffee shops. So there's that. A theater nerd. I love it. Hell yeah, man. It's funny how many people got into YouTube or Twitch and have a theater degree or did theater when they were younger. It's awesome. Like when Jesse and I were like, oh, we both have theater degrees. That's weird. Because if I remember right, he double majored in history and theater. Is that what it was? I know theater was one of them. Hopefully retirement is a long way away. That's the plan. I've also said before that, you know, eventually when, because, you know, I want to be a family lady. I want to raise kids, either adopt kids or have kids and have a family. And at that point, I'll probably be a lot more careful with like my privacy and stuff like that. But I can't see myself stopping streaming at the very least, because streaming is so, even just continuing to do short streams, I think, would be awesome. YouTube would probably slow down a lot, but YouTube has always been kind of intermittent for me anyway. I don't want it to be that way. It's just kind of, if I'm being honest, like that's just, it's just how it is. I can't wait for Grandma Dooger streams. Mm-hmm. Yes. Are you going to make cat cafes a thing in the U.S.? Cat cafes are already in the U.S. There's a cat cafe that just opened up in L.A. You have to get reservations because people are so, like, excited about it. Aw. Thank you, Austin. Will Babby Dooger stream with Mama Dooger? I don't know, man. I'm like of two minds about that. No, Emmy, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a member of the Cat Gang. I'm kind of torn on that because part of me thinks, I don't know, part of me is like, I'm not giving them a choice whether or not they wind up being part of this weird internet life that I chose for myself, you know? That's why I've always kind of felt weird about family vlogs. I don't know. Like, part of me is just going, that kid didn't get to decide if it wanted to be, like, in videos and really recognizable by people, you know? So part of me thinks I would want to give them privacy as much as possible. And then once they hit an age where they could, like, make a choice for themselves whether or not they wanted to be on a stream with mommy or things like that, then... This is all hypothetical. I'm not pregnant now. Where do you see yourself in 10 years then? Job, family, location, etc. In 10 years? How long have I been doing YouTube now? Over 6, right? And we've been streaming for like 3? Damn. Damn life, right? Where do I see myself in 10 years? It feels like it's been 10 years that I've been doing this. In 10 years, I want to have a family. I want to have like a quiet home life for sure. So, Hiramutsu, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a member of the Cat Gang. Huh, you want to have a little quiet house? Huh? She's responding, but it's silent. I kept waiting for her to squeak at me, and then you could all hear it, but it didn't happen. Will you ever do more Welcome to the Fandom? There's a Welcome to the Fandom being edited by the lovely Happily Aaron, literally right now. Ew, gross. When your tongue is like tea tongue or coffee tongue, it's weird. Would you want to move back to Oregon someday? I would be down to move back to Oregon, but like, I don't know. I really love Oregon. I do. But I also feel like my adventure life isn't over yet, if that makes sense. Like, I really want to, when I move next, I would love to go somewhere that I haven't been. You know, I would love to like try and settle in a little bit somewhere that I haven't been before, whether that's like England or somewhere else. Yeah, it's my Halloween Welcome to the Fandom. Yup. Move to Japan. I don't know about that. I haven't even visited Japan. Small world coincidence. I went to school and was in Boy Scouts with Aaron's husband, David. Oh, weird. That's awesome. Yeah, man. Small world. I think just a few days ago I mentioned this. Ham Tornado, thank you so much for the resub. I think a few days ago I mentioned this, but when I was at my 10-year reunion, one of the girls that I went to high school with, her husband watches my videos and was super weirded out that I was there. So hey buddy, if you're watching right now, that was really funny to be like walking around and he was like, are you your Mars is nice. I was thinking about this the other day. It always cracks me up when people are like, I really want to go to space. Like, I really, really want to go to space because it's like somewhere that I've never experienced before. And I always think to myself, there's so much cool shit on Earth, though. Like, have you have you traveled a lot on Earth yet? Like, there's just so much cool shit going on Earth, too, that a lot of us never get the opportunity to see. And if you have enough money to be able to just, like, take a vacation trip to space. Imbue, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a member of the Cat Gang. If you have enough money to, like, go on a vacation into space, you probably have enough money to, like, do a world tour, right? Yeah, but on Earth there's humans, true. We are an infestation. No, don't go to sleep, you silly butt. There we go. When you picture your future babies, do they have English or American accents? They're probably going to wind up being like my poor friend Ryan and having like a combo. Nathan's, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a member of the Cat Gang. They're probably going to be that, like, the sorts of people that primarily have one, but they say like certain weirds. There are certain words that just sound off because like it's not like a full on. Miss Michelle, thank you so much for the points of damage. This stream has been really amazing to watch. It's uplifting and relaxing. Thank you for being awesome. Thank you, DJ. DJ. I'm glad you feel that way. Yeah, since we're going to be, like, hopping on a plane and I still have cleaning and stuff to do, we're just chit-chatting today, but I'm glad. I'm glad that it's been, like, a relaxing stream to watch. You get to see the kitties. We haven't done a stream from home in so long. Thank you so much for the 1 point of damage. It's gotten to the point now, speaking of British accents, it's gotten to the point now where sometimes I mimic the way that Sam says a word by accident, like totally by accident, right? And then I have this like weird panicky moment where I'm like, he's going to think I'm making fun of him. And so then I say it more exaggerated to mock myself, but then it definitely sounds like I'm mocking him. I'm trying to think of what the word was yesterday. We were watching a movie and there was a word. Oh my God. We were watching a movie and there was a word that he said, and then I said it right after him, and I like completely mimicked his accent by accident. And it sounded fine. Like, it didn't sound like there was anything wrong with it. It was actually probably the best that my British accent has ever sounded. But then I got so worried that he thought I was making fun of him. So then I like threw it to fucking Oliver Twist. like really went really extreme with it to make fun of myself, and then he gave me a weird look and I was like, oh no. At least you're learning how to do a proper accent. It happens by accident though. It's not when I'm consciously trying to do it, I overthink it. Everyone thought I was crazy because I used the word clapped in chat the other day. The word clapped is, not... The way that y'alls use it is not the way that we use it here. What's your opinion about Rhett and Link? Are you still in contact with them? I think they're super nice dudes. I haven't seen them in a while. I didn't get to go to their... they had like a little event thing yesterday and I didn't get to go. But... My Canadian husband does that. Aw. I love when British people do an American accent. They make it sound so awesome. Every British person I know... Well, Sam's gotten better about it. But every British person I know, when they try to do an American accent, they straight up go Texas. When I was controlling air traffic, I would hear 100 accents a day. Whoa, controlling air traffic, I think, would be a scary job. Like, if I screw up... Ooh. What time is it where you are? Last second watch your morning streams. I'm so happy. It is 11:30. 11:30 in the morning for me. Do you know what happened to Hi, I'm Ron? Like, recently? Did something happen to him recently? Because, as far as I know, he's just been living it up with his lady, hanging out. Do you ever use Britishisms? There are some words that I've changed. Like, I say trousers instead of pants a lot now. And I call tank tops vests when I'm talking to Sam. But that's still like a conscious thing that I change in my mind. Lacerdot, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a member of the Cat Gang. Thank you all so much. I swear you said it was 11:30 like an hour ago. It was 11 the last time somebody asked. Yeah, trousers and vests. I try not to say fanny around him because that's just a different thing. It's a different thing. Are there other ones though? Yeah, there are, but I'm trying to think of what they are. I can't think of them now. What's a fanny in the U.S.? It just means your butt in the U.S. It does not mean that in England. Chips and crisps? No. Trousers is a completely American word, though. Trousers are just fancy pants. I never grew up saying the word trousers, ever. It was slacks. If you're wearing nice pants, they're slacks. And what English people think of as pants are underwear or panties. So I've never used the word trousers until Sam and I started hanging out. Never heard trousers once growing up West Coast. Thank you, Feral Shrew. I am also West Coast. Do not use the word trousers. In the South, I say trousers. Okay. Not in the West. 1,500 points of damage from Turd Flinger. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. It's going right in the wedding bank. Thank you. Can you wish me a happy birthday? I'm 21. Violet, girl. Happy birthday. I'm East Coast and I still don't say trousers. Maybe it's only the South. Guys, maybe it's only the deep South where they say trousers. Have you ever talked about the Playboy shoot and what it was like to do it? I think I have. It was really fun. Pretty much the whole crew was women. We got to just hang out. When they first emailed me asking if I would do it, I was like, can I eat pizza? And they said, sure. I was like, awesome. So, I remember when I told everybody that I did it, though, and the pictures hadn't come out yet, and it was a clusterfuck. Because it was people just being like, nope, I don't want to see these photos. They're going to be, I'm going to think of you differently. It's going to be awful. And then they came out and everybody was like, oh, I mean, yeah, this looks like a Dodger Playboy shoot. Like if Dodger was going to do a Playboy shoot. For those of you who are concerned, it was at the time when they were swapping over to doing non-nude stuff. So it was entirely like lingerie and things like that. And then I ate pizza, and then I ate a shitload of pizza, and it was great. It was fucking awesome. Who are you, screen woman? Me? I'm Dodger. I loved your Playboy shoot photos. They were so cute. Thank you. Yeah, they were so cool about like talking with me about what my comfort level was, what sort of photos I wanted to do, what I was interested in. And it was cool. It was really cool. There were a couple of times where they were like, what if we did this? And I was like, no. And they were like, all right. Okay, that's cool. That's fine. Where did you get the pizza? I can't remember. I honestly cannot remember where we got the pizza from. I forgot how blonde you were. Hair envy for real. Dude, I miss being blonde a lot. I miss it so much. I think that, I don't know, when I look back at pictures, I feel like blonde hair suits me the most. But this autofocus, though, I know. Everything's trying to keep us from having a good time today. Don't be silly, it was DiGiorno. Did you meet Hefner? No. Why not go blonde again? Well, I was going to leave it brown until the ceremony. But then Sam thought that was really dumb. I was like, yeah, I'm leaving it brown until we get married. And he was like, that's so far away. If you want to have your hair blonde, then just make it blonde and then dye it back to brown. I was like, okay, maybe I will. Okay, maybe I will. Did you get any more tattoos? Sam and I are holding off on tattoos again until this ceremony's over. Because we both want, like, we both want, like, a lot. So we were like, okay, pinky swear. No tats until we get married. Until all of those, like, photos and shit are done. And then we'll do whatever we want. Have a brown wig at the ceremony and then rip it off. Gonna get matching tattoos? That would be awesome. We've talked about that before, but I think the style of tattoos that we like are very different. So, yeah, because the sleeve's incoming. I like your gears. Thank you. I would love to add to that piece. Because it's literally all of my tattoos are just like silhouettes of things. And as I get older, I really appreciate tattoos that are done by people who can put in a lot of detail and have it look really, really beautiful, you know? So I keep thinking, maybe I'll go into somebody and have like something really detailed and cool put in there. Ethel, thank you so much for the 1,000 bits. Thank you. I need more tattoos. I've run out of room for piercings. Oh my god, that was the other thing is Kristen and I were talking about piercings. How both of us, we're both in this weird place where we're like, all right, we're like late 20s and always imagined ourselves with way more ear piercings than we have right now. Like she's got like this tiny nose piercing. And then I think she just has one on either ear. And I was like, Vowel, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a member of the Cat Gang. And we were both like, man, we always imagined we'd have like at least 3 here, right? Like we'd at least have 3 on the bottom by now. So we're conspiring. We're like, all right, at some point we're just gonna go in and get her ears pierced. The autofocus is making this look like a horror movie. Hold up. Let's see. Here we go. I'll be able to change it now. Autofocus is off now. Yay! We did it.
Welcome, you.
Biggs BB, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a member of the Cat Gang. I have gauges. I think gauges look awesome too. I've always worn like the fake gauge earrings. That's so much better. Good. Phew. How much of that shoot was photoshopped? I requested that they not Photoshop it very much. Because I was like, look, I got booty, and I would prefer that we not make it look like I don't. You know? So, and they were like very understanding about that as well. The guy who did all of the like touch-ups on the photos, like color-wise and things like that. He and I emailed back and forth a couple of times, and yeah, they let you kind of dictate it, like tell them how much or how little editing you want. And I was like, I'm a little bit curvy from my waist down, and I would rather that we not change that. He was like, great. Are they anti-booty? No, but I think a lot of people, just because of, you know, the way the world is. Nathaniel says, blah, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a member of the Cat Gang. I think a lot of people, just because of the way that, like, our perceptions are of what looks nice, I think a lot of people ask that they do a lot of, like, shaping, like body shaping on them. Freda Frimple, thank you so much. Booty Dictator sounds like a disco hit. We did it. We finished it. I think the green hair looks really nice on you. Dude, you know who freaking rocked the green hair and she immediately got rid of it and I was so sad? Holly. Holly had green hair for like a day. And I was like, it's so pretty. I loved it. And then like 2 days later, she was like, oops, it's purple now. And I was like, what? But it was so pretty. What happened? I'm wondering if she washed it and like a bunch of it washed out immediately. What? What's up? What's happening? Are you okay? We've dealt with the flea problem now. I took them both in. They both got like the full baths and like a flea medication that they've had a lot of success with since the one that I was using was not working against these fleas. But now I think she's still like, because fleas can cause kind of a dermatitis situation, like just itchy skin from being bit a bunch. So I think that her skin still like just kind of itches from the fleas that were there.
Cat-loving, coffee-drinking burrito.
You poor thing, huh? So she's still been scratching, and I'm like, there aren't any fleas, right? And when I search through her fur, I can't find any.
Welcome, you fine cat-loving.
Being a super creep, just Stairway to Nirvana. Thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a member of the Cat Gang. How do they end up getting fleas even though they're indoor cats? I'm not judging, I'm just wondering. I think it's because we have the only thing that we can think of is that there's carpet right outside of our apartment, and there are a lot of dogs. So we're kind of thinking that when people walk by with their dogs, fleas are getting on the carpet right outside of our apartment, and then the fleas get in the house. That's like the only thing that we can think of. The only thing missing from your shoot was the kitties. I know. I even said when they were like, what would you like to incorporate in your pictures? I was like, I want my cats in it. But they were so freaked out with so many people in the house. Sherlock came down a couple of times, but if we tried to like pick him up and bring him into a shot, he was like, bye. It like really weirded him out. Fleas and carpets go hand in hand. I know. Whenever we have a flea problem, I'm like, vacuum everything. I like frantically vacuum every day. Carpet outside. Why though? It's just like the hallway outside of our door. Fleas are a nightmare. They are. I mean, some of you were watching me when we had our actual like flea infestation. Never again. I never want to deal with that again. That was actually awful. So when I saw fleas on the cats again, I was like, what is this? My girlfriend's parents came over for dinner. My cat came downstairs and farted under the table. That's an amazing story. That's an amazing story. Yeah, I'm going to be hopping on a plane in a couple hours here, so we're going to be wrapping up in like 15 minutes. Raven Minded, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a member of the Cat Gang. Worse than ants? Yes. Yeah, definitely. Definitely worse than ants. Because you can't see them, right? Like they lay eggs in your carpet and then their lifespan is so short. You get rid of the ones that are alive, but then the eggs hatch, and then there are new ones, and you're just like everywhere you walk, there are fleas jumping on your feet. It's terrible. It's actually disgusting. I know a lady who was saying the only way that they were able to finally get rid of them was to have a carpet cleaner come over and have all of their carpets like shampooed and cleaned to just kill everything. Death's Chemist 1 year hype. Yeah. Yeah, fleas also bite people. That's one of my first warning signs. If I haven't seen any fleas, but I suddenly have bites on my feet, I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Just move out. That seems a little extreme. My wife went crazy when we got the fleas because she's hypersensitive to the bites. Yeah, so Sam has never been bit by the fleas. Ever. Wild Mustang, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a member of the Cat Gang. Hi, baby girl. Sam has never been bit, ever. I'm the one who gets bit to shit. And I don't know what it is. I don't know why. I apparently smell delicious to fleas. But, so sometimes there have been times where I've been bit like once and I'll go nuts and clean everything. And Sam's like, I think you're overreacting. And I'm like, you don't understand. You haven't, like, you didn't get bit by all of these monsters, these tiny monsters. It's because he's British. I I didn't get my subscription read out. I'm sorry. LaRubsack, thank you so much. He must never be barefoot. If by that you mean he's always barefoot, then yes, true. It's because Sam is too salty. That's my favorite reason. That's my favorite reason. Does Food Wars only have 2 seasons? Yeah. Do you like moths or butterflies more? Moths. I think because they're not as colorful, their patterns are really interesting. But that's just me. I also think it doesn't help with the fleas thing. I think it doesn't help that we live somewhere warm. It's like always warm here, right? So the fleas are like, hell yeah! Are you excited for the new Final Fantasy XIV expansion? Hell yes, I am. Tyrion and I are going to play the shit out of that. I think it's next year, though. Right? Moths freak me the fuck out. Aw. I like them. I think they're very pretty. Moths are night butterflies. Hundreds of yellow jackets in your house? That's when I would move. That's when I would move. Holy shit. Fleas were terrible. Fleas made me like cry a couple of times because I couldn't figure out how to get rid of them. Yellow jackets, I'd be like, bye. There was I think it was Erin who was telling me about a dude that she knows who stayed in a house where a black widow egg nest hatched, and there were just black widows all over the place, and I was like, move! What? Like, no thank you. Oh, yellow jackets are like wasps. Yellow jackets are my high school mascot. Thank you, Graph, for the 100 bits. Nuke it from orbit. Kill it. I know, right? Just burn it all down. Burn it all down, Watson. Yeah, burn it all down. Yeah. Cutie. Yellow jackets are insane. If one stings you, they tag you and the rest of the hive hunts you down for days. I've heard that. Is that like a real thing, or is that a wives' tale? Because I have heard that a few times before, and I'm like, if that's real, that's so scary. That's like crows, but with stingers. Because for those of you who don't know lots of deets about crows are so intelligent. They also have like communities, and if you are mean to one crow in a community, the whole community will know who you are. It's a real thing. Yes, that's a real thing. Oh my god. No thank you. Idaho Bill, thank you so much for the 2,500 points of damage. Hi, Tanner Boo. Oh my god, I'm actually here for a Saturday morning Dooger. We're wrapping up in a couple of minutes here, but I'm glad you got to be here for at least a few minutes. Crow Mafia. Mm-hmm. They're so smart. They're so smart. And they hold grudges. Anything that can hold a grudge is smart. Is like too smart. Who's the better lap cat, Sherlock or Watson? Watson actually likes to sit in my lap every now and then. Neither of my cats are super into being on people. Watson likes to come up and lay in my lap sometimes. Sherlock does it once every few months, I want to say. It's so rare with Sherlock. So I would say Watson's a better lap cat just because of consistency. We took in a rescue crow once. The little dude was great. I have a friend who took in a crow and the crow refuses to leave, which I think is amazing. Like, they keep trying to release it back into the wild, and he's just like, no, you're my family now, and he will not leave. Hi, Dodger. How is Thanksgiving? Sorry, I'm an Aussie. Has it happened? It hasn't happened yet. It happens at the end of November. Was it Holly? It was not Holly, no. But my friend was saying that the crow would open up the drawer where the dog treats are and then would tease the dog and like tease the dog with treats. I was like, what a mean crow. Canadians have had Thanksgiving. That's what it is, yeah. When is Dark Soulmates happening? It's going to be happening every Thursday when we come back, maybe. That's like the really loose plan. That sounds kind of evil. I mean, do you still go to Halloween parties in costume? Core Kitten, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a member of the Cat Gang. Last year, I went as Mabel Pines with my friend. My friend Rosty, he went as Dipper. And this year, I would love to do like a couples thing with Sam. But I don't know if he'll do it. Welp, I'm reserving every Thursday. Yeah. Brat, thank you so much for the resub. All right, guys, let's wrap up here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on this lovely, beautiful Saturday. We had so